So the Glock, which was this has a video dedicated to it and how I built it and all that, but there is something relatively new. You might notice that this piece looks a tiny bit different, and how the rubber band is attached to something else instead of just wrapping around the entire thing. You might also notice how there isn't something in between here keeping it stable. You'll also notice this little thing. This is a 1x1 flat plate that I use just to make it so it looks a bit better. So what I ended up doing was looking at my older video with the Glock that could be taken apart and decided to effectively recreate that. So if you remember from that one, you just take the pin, you push it in, so it's pushed in now, and you can also see it a bit easier now since it's sticking out. Take it, pull it out, you have to take off the frontal iron side to make it work. You don't have to fully take it off, but it does help. Now, the entire thing slides out. Now this looks much nicer than the older one. There isn't this weird thing sticking out, and it just looks nicer. It still keeps the same rod that was used previously to help guide it. Obviously not on the real thing. Now let's have a look at the way that I managed to get this to work. So the barrel slides individually. So the way that I did it is that I took two 1x2s, each having a hole. I believe they're used with Lego Technic, but that's kind of besides the point. So the front one has the cross, and the second one has the hole. This makes it so that it stays oriented the way it is intended to, but also by having one circular hole rather than the cross pins, it also slides much smoother. I did the same thing with the frame, and that's all that I really changed. So a moderate issue that I encountered is this doesn't fit out. So it does look a bit weird, because normally I wasn't supposed to bring this up yet, but I'm going to bring it up now. It's much more fragile now, because everything's kind of stuck in one area, so it can't move around as much.